But we can start getting some interviewees in now, I believe, for the post-race interviews. And who better to start with than our 10th placer, the two-time Super League World Drivers Champion, David Feidick, joining us now. David, 10th place for you in the end for Nordstjen. You were higher up before, but still, 10th place, some solid points again.
Depressing. Yeah, hello.
Oh, you always find the best word for this. David. Lovely for it.
I don't know what to think of that one. It was crazy. I mean, qualifying people on their out laps were just cruising the mid-sector and blocking your good laps. I had a decent start, kept my place, pitted a couple of laps earlier for the undercut on most of the drivers I was racing, which worked. I jumped Fournier a couple of times through the pit stops and was making good progress. Target was like top 6, which was on course until, oh my days, I can't remember his name. I got tangled with someone turn 1. Liam Duval.
Duval, yes, the Brick Val, as we like to call him.
Yes, I have to watch it back. I thought I left room, and I was like, all of my car was on the curb and just on the white line, and I had the inside for the next corner. So technically, I thought it was mine, and he had enough room, but he closed the door. I don't know. I got to watch it again, but yeah, top 6 was the target. But yeah, 10th, it's not good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would have obviously hoped for higher, but ultimately 10th place for you, and obviously your teammate Alex Kubowal going further along the race as well. And not really been the start of the season, as you rightly say, that Nordstjen wanted, but you've said this before, you tend to get better towards the end of the season, and we were seeing you up there in qualifying and practice in the top of the pace, so there is something there.
We're slowly getting hang of the setup, but to be honest, like, if you look at last year, I could have a bad quali and get P5, P6 still. Whereas this year, if you have a bad quali, you're outside the top 15. Like, the difference between my personal best in Baku and what I got was 0.2 difference. And I would have been P3 on the grid if I got my personal best. But I was P12, I think. So that's how crazy the grid is this year. And you've really got to be on it every single lap. But sadly, like, you know, the league's like picked up massively this season, obviously with esports and WTF1 and all these people coming in. All teams are getting help with like setup and stuff. They've got a good group, good structure behind them, but sadly we're standing still. We've got nothing, no structure, no, you know, it's just literally me and Alex doing our thing, and that's not good enough to keep up with this competition.
Yeah, I mean, it has stepped up so much this year, hasn't it? I mean, even a 2-time world champion yourself can find yourself down in 10th, but it goes to show just how far esports and GP have come, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's massive, and it's a pleasure to race against such great people. You know, you got Jeffrey, like, I didn't know the guy before, but he's blisteringly quick. Alex Siebel, Risto, Jarl's up there. You know, there's tons of people, even Parker from the back of the grid. That was embarrassing. But everyone's just so quick and on it every single lap, so you've got to be on your game. So I don't know what we've got to find, but we've got to find it quick if we want to race the front. So yeah, it's a lot of hard work to come.
There is, but that's what Super League's all about, hard work, isn't it? And I'm sure you and the Nordstjen guys are going to go home and have a think and have a practice and prepare for the next race and be coming back stronger as you was to. Thanks for joining us, David. Pleasure to have you with us as always, and good luck for the rest of the season, as we always seem to wish you.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, who next? Should we have a nice little conversation with the Edge Esports boys, Jake Sanson?
Sounds like a perfect idea. It has been an absolute terrific race, and maybe not as victorious as Edge Esports team would have liked, but I think it is appropriate to get them into the room. So let us talk first of all with team boss for Edge Esports, Andreas Wouters. Andreas, a great race in some respects, but that race could so easily have been a win.
Yeah, I think we're quite happy with second place. Petter did a very, very good job in driving. He was super consistent, and to be honest, he put in the work needed to be fast enough. We made a gamble in the beginning with the tire strategy. We didn't go for the ultra softs, so starting in P10 and P11 was, yeah, a bit of a risk. It's always a risk. You don't know what's going to hit you, sometimes literally. But it worked out because he could just put the laps in. The strategy was on point. And yeah, Alex was just too fast. We tried to catch him, but yeah.
It's interesting because Petter was right on pace for the top three, could have got the victory. With Jarl's car, it almost seemed as though lose pace at the half point. Was it to be Petter that would step up to the plate?
Yeah, I think that Jarl had a bit more issues with the car from the get-go. He couldn't really get into the rhythm. And Petter was able to just put his foot down. Jarl also chose to start with a more damaged engine, which of course put him a bit more on the back foot, but I don't think that was the issue. Petter was just more at ease. He knew the track very well. He put down his foot and he had the pace, and Jarl didn't feel that confident. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm liking the sound of that. Well, let's talk to the man who actually brought it home after a terrific battle. It is, of course, Petter Burlak. Petter, what a magnificent race from your point of view. Second position and only a handful of seconds away from the win. You must be very happy with that.
Yeah, finally a normal race. Aside from qualifying, which I can still improve. Yeah, it was pretty good. Very good start. Then I was stuck for a bit, but extending the first stint really paid off. And I kind of quickly got into the top 5. And I could just run a very quick pace for quite long. I think a bit longer than others, and that's what brought me to P2.
So do you think that this will now raise the confidence to go for that first victory? Can you see that that's not far away?
Yeah. It's pretty close. I mean, on the last stint with newer tires, I don't know how much Alex was pushing, but yeah, I think I could stay quite close with all the tires and also slower tires. So I think we were basically on par. It's just starting position.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there next time, and hopefully we'll be talking to you with a P1 next to your name rather than a P2. Fantastic job, Petter. Well done. Great job.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks.
Right. Who is next into our
I think
interview?
actually it's a certain Jeffrey Fournier who we're going to bring into the lobby, and
Sounds
well,
good to me.
oh well, Phil, I was going to offer that one up to Philip Moby, but you may as well ask him, Jake, since well, we can kind of do a joint interview of Jeffrey Fournier since we both love him so much. Jeffrey, well done on a fantastic finish today as well. We had you down for the win for some of it, in fact.
Oh, well, what a race it's been. Yeah, well, it was a difficult first stint with all the traffic, but yeah, I think I pitted a bit too late and lost a lot of time there, but I still had some gain for the rest of the race by doing 3 times soft. So yeah, as I said on the Discord, it's probably one of my best race, and it's only a P5, but yeah, I'm very happy with that.
It was absolutely brilliant. I mean, some of the overtaking moves, Monbrave, so formidable to say the very least. It was absolutely magnificent. I mean, where do you find that bags of confidence to just go for the move at the inside? You just know you can pull those moves off.
Well, actually, I wasn't too confident, to be honest. That's why I struggled a lot to overtake Liam at the start of my second stint. But yeah, it was a very offensive race. I had to do a lot of moves on the track, so it was fun. It was very fun.
It was a brilliant race. It really was. And you've done a very good job, obviously, today, keeping yourself in the Drivers' Championship contention. And with the gap you have had over the likes of Alex Siebel at the start of the race, you know, if you can keep this up and maybe get the pace up and really challenge for the wins again throughout the rest of the season, you could still be on for the Drivers' Championship. I know we talk about Alex Siebel being the one at the front, but let's not forget you have an advantage over him in the drivers at the moment.
No. Alex Siebel is one step further. He is too quick, but actually it's very good to see the two epic car in the top 8 because Borja is finishing in P7. So yeah, I hope we can do a lot more of two of us in the top 10. Borja and myself would be good.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we all believe you can still do it, though. That's the thing. And we'll keep rooting for you as long as you keep racing. Thank you, Jeffrey. Pleasure to have you. Formidable on the 5th place again. And, well, keep going the Flying Frenchman.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, now here's the actual Philip Morby interview coming up as well, we're gonna get a certain Tom Parker on the line, and well, this is what I'm sure Phil wants to do. Tom Parker, the resident funny man, I guess, of GPV. We're gonna bring him into the broadcast now. Phil, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, good evening, Tom, and what a crazy race you must have had this evening.
Yeah, to say I'm knackered is absolutely out of question. Oh.
So, I mean, talk us through it. I mean, obviously, qualifying, you knew you'd be starting nearer the back. Did that kind of set the tone of what you're going to be aiming for, like what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I knew straight away that I'd be starting on the mediums, so I just went, right, I'm just going to practice. I didn't even practice any quali laps until about 5 minutes before qualifying because
That's
there
the
was no point.
spirit.
So I thought, well, I might as well focus on the race, and I was on really, really good pace. Saved the tyres a bit in the first stint as well, so that was really, really good. Got up to the second stint, mediums again, and then it was always going to be medium, medium, ultra, ultra. That was always going to be a plan. I mean, I probably could have had an assault on fastest lap if me and Liam weren't battling for the whole sector, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, we saw you kind of start on the mediums, then take them again. Was there ever a thought of trying to make it a 2-stop with super softs or softs, or was it always having 2 sets of ultra softs at the end?
It was always the plan. I'm not very good on tyres, so I would never. You'd have had to put the mediums 25, 25, and then 16 on the softs, and I couldn't do it. So anyone who knows me knows my tyre wear is appalling. So the fact that I even finished it on a 3-stop's quite incredible. So, but yeah, I had fun. Nice, a lot of overtakes. Really clean.
You were quite key to some of the battles at the front, obviously, where you weren't pitting early on. Obviously, some of the guys at the front had to kind of get around you. And what was kind of going through your mind at those points, kind of down to turn one? Were you just thinking, this isn't my race? Or, I mean, were there a few times you thought, no, I could try and have a bit of fun with these guys? Or
well, quite frankly, I was just like, don't take him out. Mainly Dennis. When Dennis went past, I was like, for God's sake, please do not hit anyone, and Alex. Those two especially. I thought, I'm not going to hit these people. For God's sake. But no, it was fine. I mean, obviously, I think, it's no surprise I was obviously battling Costa and the people who were fighting Dennis at the time, so I don't think that's any surprise. But yeah, I just thought it's piggy battles. I mean, I knew early on, like when Liam's coming back to pass him in Fournier as well, they would come past me at some point in the middle of the race. I knew I'd be near them towards the end, so I thought I'll battle them. But no, just missed out on Borja, but I should have battled him more.
we were watching that, like a few more laps, you would have had him. You were catching him up at the end there as tyres went off. But yeah, thanks so much, man. It was great to watch your progress, and hopefully next time out we can watch your progress up a little bit nearer the front.
Yep, fingers crossed. And thank you, guys.
Pleasure indeed. Thank you, Tom, for joining us, of course. Always a pleasure to have you in the comments box and have a nice chat with you, and good luck for the rest of the season too.
Thank you very much.
Right, shall we get down to business then? We have the race winner coming up. Let's get down to it and bring in one Alex Siebel, who joins us now in the commentary box. Alex, congratulations on the win. Brilliantly played. Interesting strategies used, of course, as well, and you made it work in the end. Great job.
Thank you. And also thank you to the team. It's so good to see that we can get these results because we are working so good together. And also thank you to our sponsors, Zackspeed and iSim RS. I'm really happy that we can get these results because I never had such a good experience while practicing for a race.
Yeah, obviously, and great to have them on board, and it helped you in the end, obviously, getting that win and the pole position to boot as well. It was tough at the start, though. You had a lot of cars chasing you, but eventually broke away from the likes of Ricardo Costa and started to pull out the now trademark Siebel lead, which helped you take that win in the end.
Yes, it was quite close in the opening stages of the race, but I was a bit faster than Costa, and he held up the others, so it was quite comfortable, but I was a bit scared if others will do an undercut, but it worked out in the end. So yeah, but it was quite crucial to sorry.
I was just going to say, I've got to ask Alex, I mean, in that sort of latter stages of the race when you were trying to work out after the third pit stop, do I need to come in one more time? I mean, was it always on that you were going to have a switch to the ultras, or did that come about very, very gradually as the race wore out? Were you watching a lot the sort of pace that Costa and Burlak were doing? Did it kind of change the strategy, or was that always going to be the game plan?
It was the game plan if the race would be calm, but it was quite clear quite early that Costa is making 4 stops, so 1 stop more than me. But it was quite a comfortable situation because I could cover all the other guys with pitting early and go onto the mediums again. But the gap was big enough that I could stretch the mediums, the second medium stint, and then go to ultras. But it
Fantastic.
was a comfortable situation.
So now we've got 2 wins out of 4 from you. You were leading in Melbourne before you lagged out. You got taken out on the first lap at China, so we have no idea where you would have finished. I mean, you are only 21 points back from your teammate Risto Capit now. The championship is looking absolutely definitely on. Do you think that this is just a matter of time now before you take the lead? I mean, how is this going to work between you and your teammate?
I think it's worked brilliantly with my teammate. We are working pretty well together. Also, while he's practicing for the World GT, I do more stuff, and we are helping each other quite good. So I don't think it will change over the course of the season, even if it's going to be a battle or, about the championship. Yeah, I'm just a bit satisfied that that the race today finally comes out like Melbourne should have been. Yeah, but I'm still looking from race to race. I know I have the pace to get good results, and that's the goal for every Thursday.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant job. And we have to say a complete and total, we're all in awe up here in the commentary box. We just watched you just dance with every situation, and it looked plain sailing. Fantastic job. Well done, Alex Sieber. Terrific victory, mate. Well done.
To keep up to date with the latest GPVWC videos, click on the subscribe button, or check out more of our exciting sim racing action by choosing a video. For more information on the league, visit gpvwc.com.